Thanks for having me. I did something kind of bold for me this week. I visited my childhood home, and I knocked on the door, and I said, "Excuse me, I used to live here. Can I look around?" And reluctantly, my parents let me in. What's their problem? I had a weird day. I saw someone hitchhiking today. Hitchhiking. It's so dangerous. I came this close to pulling over and murdering him myself just to teach him a lesson. I drive a used car that I got last year. It's already starting to crap out on me, which kind of bums me out, because when I got it, it only had minus 5,000 miles on it. I don't know how this happened. I quit drinking recently, very recently, about 10 minutes ago. It's really turned my life around. I'm sleeping so much better. Okay, I went too far. I'll tell you a true story. I moved to Los Angeles a couple years ago. I was here for a month, and I found out that one of the dads from my daughter's soccer team was a porn star. And that's not what bothered me. The fact that my wife recognized him. That was a concern. I do like LA. There's certain things I don't like. I went to therapy this morning. Halfway through my session, my therapist said to me, "Oh, by the way, this is a podcast." I would have liked a heads up there. I've noticed everyone in Los Angeles is either in show business or they know someone in show business, with the possible exception of my agent. All seems new to him. But LA's a strange place. Last Halloween, I frightened all my neighbors. I dressed up as gluten. I showed them. My next-door neighbor told me that meditating for 40 minutes every morning has changed his life. He's late for work. He lost his job. His wife left him huge changes. Everyone out here is very big into physical fitness. I do something called interval training, where I run as fast as I can for 3 minutes, and then I rest for 6 years. So far, so good. I read an article today that said because of the stressful times that we're living in, more and more men are having trouble performing sexually. And the article really disturbed me, because it mentioned me by name several times. That is unnecessary. So I've got 2 kids. My kids are in college, and it was very hard for me when my kids went away to college, but they're both English majors, so we know they'll be back living with us in a couple of years. Silver lining. My kids still need me, which I'm glad about. Like my son will have a big test, and he'll call me the night before and ask if he can borrow my pee. Some of you are appalled, I think. My son always calls me when he's drunk. And I'm flattered that he calls me, because he's just got the one phone call. But he graduates next year, and for his graduation present, we're thinking of getting him a car, because we're pretty sure he's going to become an Uber driver. So you want to prepare them for their future. That's what you want to do. But could be worse. My brother lives out of state. He's got 2 USC Trojans. He's paying $140,000 a year. I said to him, I bet 20 years ago, you wish you had used 2 Trojans. I don't have a transition here. Let's see. But it's like it's changed my life being a parent, though. Like I used to be a sound sleeper, and now that I have kids, I wake up at the slightest noise. You know, because you never know when it's going to be a Menendez brothers situation. You got to be ready. That's all I'm saying. When I talk to my kids about my childhood, their heads explode. Like, I told them, we used to make things out of popsicle sticks. Remember that? I remember, like, one time we went through, like, 100 popsicles, and my mom got a bird feeder. And the next year we went through, like, another 100 popsicles, and my dad got diabetes. That is way too many popsicles, that's all I'm saying. I grew up in a super Catholic family. I know Bill was talking about this, but all right, by a round of applause, how many people here believe in God? And how many people are atheists? All right, a couple people will burn in hell. Okay. No, I'm just kidding. My best friend's an atheist. He said to me, how can you believe God exists when you've never seen him? I said, well, I believe Home Depot employees exist. Never seen that. I did a show recently, and a woman came up to me after the show, and she said, you shouldn't say God. You should say transformative vortex to the infinite. And I said, what? Like, what? Is that what you yell out during sex? Oh, transformative vortex to the infinite. Someone else came up to me, and they were talking to me, and they said that they think that the Earth is only 6,000 years old. I'm like, only in Los Angeles. Would even the Earth lie about its age? So many stupid things. I made the mistake a few months ago of calling in sick from the airport. Did you ever do this? Right, I was about to say why I couldn't come in, you could hear, Flight 709 is now boarding. Flight 709 to Vegas is now boarding. So I said, I can't come in. I'm hearing voices. Last summer, I went to one of those, I was in the Midwest, I went to one of those corn mazes, like this giant one, and I couldn't find my way out. I'm there for like 2 hours. Finally, I took off all my clothes. Because if you get naked, security will come and remove you from the premises. You guys have been so nice. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. Thanks.